Hi everyone, welcome to this webinar organized by Weuni in partnership with LUMSA University. My name is Martina, nice to meet you all, and I'll be your host for today's event on behalf of Weuni. I see here that the first people are, already connected. So before we are going to start, feel free to write in the chat hi and also where you are from, because we are very curious about that. You can write in the Zoom chat. We have the first answers. Okay, first of all, I want to thank everyone for joining us and thank our panelists for being here with us today. As you can see, I'm not alone. Oh, we have someone from Greece. That's very nice. So yeah, as I see that many more students have joined us in the meantime, I will introduce you all the upcoming panelists. We have Ambra Mandolini from the Welcome Office of LUMSA. We also have Anna Acquaviva, also from the Welcome Office of LUMSA University. And then we have also a testimony by Anna Serafini, who is an ex-student. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you all here. So today our speakers will provide you with insights into the admission process, and we are going to explore LUMSA academic programs and the advantages of an international education in Rome. You also have the possibility to interact with our speakers and ask them direct questions. So talking about that, I'd like to remind you that at the end of all the presentations, we will have a Q&A session where you will be able to ask questions to the panelists, of course. So don't be shy and just type all of your questions in the Q&A section here on Zoom, and we will go through them at the end of the webinar. Also, for those of you interested in receiving a certificate of attendance by Weuni for this webinar, stay tuned because we will post the link to get the certificates at the end of the session. So I think we can continue with our agenda while welcoming those who joined us in the meantime. And I leave the floor to Ambra Mandolini.
Thank you, Martina. Hello, dear students, and thank you for your participation to this webinar. So I am from the Welcome Office of LUMSA University. The Welcome Office is in charge of the international admissions of all the international students, and we support the students from the moment of the request of information, then during the application process, during the admission process, and then till the final enrollment. Now I'm going to show you our presentation. Okay, so let me introduce you LUMSA University. So LUMSA is the second oldest university of Rome, and it was founded in 1939. It is a non-state private university located in the heart of Rome. We are very close to the Vatican Museums. If you have been in Rome, you know where it is. So it's a very beautiful area called the Prati, which is full of culture, shops, restaurants. So it is a very beautiful place where you can come to study and also very well connected by public transports. LUMSA University is a public non-state university which is officially accredited and recognized by the Italian Ministry of University and Research. This means that all the degrees issued are perfectly recognized and accredited in Italy, but also worldwide. Since 1999, we are also operating also in Palermo, which is in the south of Italy in Sicily. LUMSA is inspired by Catholic values, and it is committed to education of young people and professionals. Here in our university, we offer academic excellence, which is tailored on the needs of each individual student. The students are at the core of our university, and this is reflected, for example, in the constant and the ongoing relationship within the professors, but also with all the administrative staff. So all the students are supported by LUMSA professors, the offices, so that they never feel lost, like in bigger universities, for example. So you always find someone ready to support you. We have 9,943 students enrolled every year, and LUMSA, it is a high-profile, international recognized academic institution, and it is the perfect place not only for professional and academic development, but also for personal development, because here you find many opportunities for debate and participation. Let me give you some facts and figures. So, as I was saying before, we have 9,943 students enrolled every year, almost 600 academics. We have 3 departments, 2 are in the campus in Rome and 1 is in the campus of Palermo. We have 1 postgraduate school, 1 master school, then we have 9 bachelor degree programs, 10 master's degree programs, 4 single cycle master's degree programs, then a lot of professional degree programs, which means first level professional masters and second level professional masters, 5 PhD degree programs, and then we have many agreements with the EU universities, precisely 200 EU universities, and then we have also agreement with non-EU universities, precisely 12. Then 96.7% of our students is fulfilled, and 80% of the students complete the studies. Then we also offer many internships. As you can see here, we offered more than 2,000 internships in the last year. Let's move to the academic offer. So you must know that in order to enroll in an Italian university, precisely in a bachelor degree program or in a single cycle degree program, the students must have at least 12 years of previous schooling. In case a student has less years of schooling, like 11, he or she can join the foundation year, which is a program for the students who have to complete their educational basis. In LUMSA, the foundation year is offered completely in Italian language, and it issues 60 credits. The duration is a regular 1 academic year. At the end of the foundation course, the students can enroll in a bachelor degree course of 3 years or in a single cycle degree course of 5 years in LUMSA University. The foundation course is anyway offered also to the students who already have 12 years of study, but simply need to improve the educational basis. The applications are open for the upcoming academic year 2025-2026, and you can take note of our email address, international.admissions@lumsa.it, and contact our welcome office for assistance. Then let's move to the departments we have in Rome. We have 2 departments. The first one, Department of Law, Economics, Politics and Languages. And here you can see our single cycle degree program of 5 years in law. Then we have bachelor degree programs of 3 years in economics and business, linguistic and cultural mediations, and others. And then we have master degree programs of 2 years, like management, finance and data analytics, international relations, and others. And then we have the Department of Human Studies, always in Rome. The same, you find a single cycle degree program of 5 years, bachelor degree programs of 3 years, and master degree programs of 2 years. As regard with the academic offer, which is completely taught in English, at the moment we have 4 master's degrees. So 2 in the Department of Law, Economics, Politics and Languages in Rome. So you can have a look at Management, Finance and Data Analytics and its English curriculum, Sustainable Finance and Data Analytics. In this case, the required language for admission is English B2. Then we have international relations, curriculum in international relations in the digital era. To be admitted, you are required to speak the B2.2 level of English, and then the A2.2 level of a second European language that you can choose between French or Spanish or German. Then in the Department of Human Studies, we offer marketing and digital communication. You are required to speak English with the B2 level for admission. And then we have social forensic and organizational psychology with the English curriculum, psychology of work and organizational well-being. You are required to speak the B2 level of English for admission plus Italian B1 level for the final internship purposes. If you don't speak Italian, you are required to study Italian during the first year of your study and improve your proficiency till the B1 level. As I was explaining before, LUMSA has several agreements for Erasmus opportunities, which is not only for students, but also for our teaching staff, for example, who want to spend a period of time abroad. So we have several agreements with EU universities and non-EU university. For example, for non-EU university, you can participate in exchange programs in USA, Canada, Brazil, and other countries. Generally, the period of time to be spent abroad is around 6 months, or a little bit less or a little bit more, depending on the official call. Now, I leave the floor to my colleague Anna Acquaviva. She will explain you other aspects of LUMSA University.
Thank you, Ambra. Now we can move through the admission process. The admission procedures differ depending on the country of origin, depends on European or non-European students. All international students who pre-enroll at LUMSA University by the end of July of each year receive a special discount of 50% on the enrollment fees, meaning that they pay €4,390 per academic year. Students of LUMSA and applicants can apply for the regional scholarship that is called Lazio Disco Scholarship, but also for Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs Scholarship. There is also a scholarship that is called Associazione Tincani Scholarship, which helps students who are in particular difficulties. The application for master's degrees in LUMSA generally open in December of each year. Students can apply on a dedicated link on our website. The applications for bachelor's degree are generally open in springtime. Students who apply for a bachelor degree can directly send their documents of study to our welcome office. So by writing to international.admissions@lumsa.it. We have two different links on our website dedicated to application and enrollment for European students and application and enrollment for non-European students. We have the Central University Library here at LUMSA University in Rome. The library contains a lot of workstations, volumes, current journals about the main subject, such as social sciences, law, communication, education, economics and law and politics, and also multidisciplinary databases. There is also a collection of psychological books and bioethics dedicated sections. LUMSA offers also accommodation to international and Italian students. We have two different residencies in Rome, in the central Prati district, so near the Vatican City. In Piazza Adriana, we have 17 double rooms and 6 single ones. The building is air-conditioned and Wi-Fi services. In Piazza delle Vaschette, we have 11 rooms for a total of 25 people. Residences have also 2 scenic terraces over Borgo Pio, over Castel Sant'Angelo, and over the Vatican City. But LUMSA has also several agreements with agencies who collaborates with us, and that can help students to find private accommodation in LUMSA and near LUMSA and in Rome and in the surroundings of Rome. In LUMSA, we have also a language center for certification that is called CLIC Language Certification Center. Here in LUMSA, students can learn different languages, such as English, Spanish, German, French, and other non-European languages, but also Italian language. You have to know that all international students who are enrolled in our master's degree held in English language can benefit from a free of charge Italian language course. In LUMSA, we have also an association for playing sport that is called LUMSA Sport United. Here, students who are enrolled in LUMSA can play volleyball, soccer, basket, tennis, and several other sports. LUMSA Talent Academy is an innovative project that helps students to find jobs or to enter in the labor market. LUMSA Talent Academy is a very good opportunity to help students to find an agency to find a job, of course. And it provides with mock interviews, job searches on social media, occupational trends analysis, personal brandings, and workshops. LUMSA is present on the principal social network, so you can join our university through Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and also TikTok. We have a dedicated welcome office that supports students with the information about the academic offer and the enrollment process for international students. The assistance of the welcome office, it is not only on site for those students who are already in Italy, but above all during the pre-arrival phases. That is a very important moment for international students who need an assistance to choose the right university and to receive orientation upon immigration procedure to enter in Italy. So, email our welcome office at international.admissions@lumsa.it. You are welcome. So I leave the floor to our ex-students Anna Serafini, who will share her experience at LUMSA University.
Greetings, everybody. I'm Anna Serafini. I'm a former student, graduate from LUMSA University, and I hope my contribution here is to try to support you in better understanding what it is, the university from this other side, as a student indeed. So the university is in fact a high profile recognized institution, but as Ambra was saying at the beginning, it's also a place for development. And I can testify to the commitment of the university to try and really convey as many opportunities to the students, valuable, and a variety of opportunities too, so that the students can feel like they can explore and really have their needs heard and met. From my experience, for me, it was very important to access international opportunities. And I was able, thanks to the university, to study already during my bachelor degree career. I was able to study abroad for 1 year in Sweden, And then having all my exams recognized when I came back to Italy. And that was a large set of work, the preparation, of course, before leaving. And then when you come back, there was an effort to have the exams recognized, because it was actual work done in the partner university. And I was very proud of the university and grateful for the experience that I had in Sweden. So that testifies also to the quality of the partners that LUMSA selects and works with. And also on the same level, when I graduated from a master's degree program, a first level master's degree program from the university, even there, I wanted to access an internship this time abroad during my preparation, during my career as a student. And I had selected this time, I had selected the agency. I wanted to take an internship in a specific news agency in Belgium. And I remember going to the internship office and asking for support to create that kind of partnership with the company that I wanted to intern in. And I received that support. And it was the first time that the university had established a partnership with that specific agency. It had already other really valuable partners, but I wanted that one specifically. And so I received that kind of support. And this is just to testify to the environment that the university is. I could mention another example with my whole class this time during the bachelor program. We wanted to explore creative writing. And so we asked if there was the opportunity of creating a set of lessons, an extracurricular activity within the university. So LUMSA provided us for a space to do that. And for a teacher who was an author for RAI, the Italian public television. And so it was a screenwriter. And that was an extra curricular activity for us. So this is to say the level of understanding that there is within the university and the effort that it makes to try to really address as much as possible the needs of the students. So I really felt welcomed and seen. I really felt like I was, of course, taking advantage of an historical institution, because this LUMSA was created in 1939. But also on the other side, I was aware that there was an effort to try to really understand what was coming from students and trying to support them in exploring and creating their own learning process. What else can I tell you? It's very important for me to underline that you're in Rome. And so that itself gives you also another set. If you decide to go to the Roman campus, you can also leverage the fact that you're living in the capital. And so you will have many extra activities that will come to you naturally. So from the embassies to cultural sites, there's so much to do and to explore. The university, I know it has partnerships with associations that also organize tours within the city or outside the city, maybe weekends out. So I think that's something valuable also when you maybe feel like you would like to network with somebody in a foreign city. So, there is that too. And plus, Anna and Ambra were mentioning the sport activities and the alumni network, which is also a place to network with peers or more advanced professionals in the same field as you are. So there is an effort also to create an environment when you can network with people your age or older, personally and professionally. And also something that I think it's valuable to stress is the language center that Anna was mentioning earlier, for students to learn and access other languages, even if they're not within their course of study. So this is my experience, and I hope this helps. And if you have any other question, I'm here to try to answer. Thank you.
Hello again. Thank you so much to our panelists for their very interesting presentation and also the testimony of a former student. So now I think we are ready to answer questions from the attendees. I see that few of them have started to arrive. I want to remind all the participants that, of course, they have still time to ask questions, so don't be shy and put them in the Q&A box here on Zoom. But let's start from the first one. I will read it right now. How does LUMSA University support international students in adapting to the Italian academic environment? Who wants to take this one?
So, first of all, as we were explaining before, the Welcome Office is the first starting point to adapt into LUMSA University. So, for information, admission, and enrollment. And then, once you enroll in LUMSA, we have the office Orientamento, so the orientation office, to whom you can ask any question about your master degree or bachelor degree. Anyway, the program of your studies. And then we also have the tutor buddy service. So we have former students who are at the service of the new students and help them, for example, for the platform Mia LUMSA, how it works, which is the platform that each student has to access to the personal career, exams, and so on. And they also help you in understanding how it works to book a seat for your class, how to attend classes, how to find your material for the classes. So you can refer both to the Orientamento office and also to the buddy tutors.
Great, thank you so much, Ambra, for answering this one. Let's read this one. Could you provide insights into the job expectation for prospective students applying to LUMSA's master's programs?
As we have said before, there is an association that is called the LUMSA Talent Academy, who provides several meetings among LUMSA students and graduated students and the labor market. So there are special events where the students can participate and next students can participate, where they can directly meet agencies and a lot of enterprises to enter in the labor market. And so also during the master course, students have the possibility to do the internships. The internships is the first occasions for all students to enter directly in the labor market. So there are a lot of occasions that the students can use to find a job. Also, for example, the Erasmus for Trainship. So the students can do an internship abroad, and work in a famous international agency of enterprise and do a very good experience in job.
Thank you so much, Anna, for answering this one. I think I will read now one that I think it's perfect for Anna Serafini. Someone asks, what kind of career path do graduates from these programs typically follow? Any cool success stories you can share? Maybe you can share yours.
Yes, I lost the first part. Maybe you can read it again after, please. Well, I don't know if my story is a success story, but it's my story. So I can share mine. So I graduated from LUMSA first as I undertook a bachelor degree in communications. And then in communication studies, and then I graduated from a first level master's degree in journalism. And this is again we're talking about LUMSA, so I'm allowed to say what I think about LUMSA. So again, this about this program, this is one of the 10 schools recognized all over the country by the National Order of Journalists, and it only takes 30 students every 2 years. Sorry, so it's highly competitive, and it requires a lot of work because we basically spend the whole day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Studying journalism in the morning and training, and then in the afternoon taking classes. So it combines professional work and education. So, and it's very professionalizing. It's, as I was saying, connected to the Order of Journalists. So recognized by the order. So it's high profile. So I graduated from that master, and after that I started working in newspapers, first at the local level in Rome, actually, and then internationally soon after, because my goal was to go abroad, until I joined an international organization. But now I'm reassessing things in my personal life, so I'm taking some time now. But up to now, for me, it's been just a growing experience. So, and I every step of the way is based on what was built during the college years. So, yeah, that's my story. I missed the first part, Martina. I'm sorry. Maybe I answered anyway.
Don't worry. Maybe also Anna, either Anna or Andra Acquaviva. I'm sorry, Anna Acquaviva or Ambra Mandolini can answer that part, because it says, what kind of career paths do graduates from these programs typically follow? It's a very generic question, so feel free to answer what you think it's useful.
Actually, it depends on the program you choose. For example, if you have a look at the master's degree in marketing and digital communication, you find a section named employment, and in the website you find all the possible job opportunities that you can have after the diploma. So like a career of social media manager, for example. This really depends on the program of your choice. So you have to check carefully the website and the employment section of each course. Then, I don't know, even if you graduate in marketing or in international relations, for example, you can try to work for one of the organization of the United Nations. We know that one of our former students now is working for FAO, for example. So it really depends on what you decide to study.
Yeah, it was very generic, but also if you think could be useful for the student, you can share maybe the link to the part of the website where they can find this kind of information, or maybe just the website and they can explore it by themselves.
Yes, I can put in the chat a link from marketing and digital communication, and then you check employment section.
Perfect. So another attendee asks, do you have internship, partnership to give the students the opportunity to start job experience?
Yes, all the students of the master's degree, for example, in the second year, they can choose to do the internships. That is one of the options during the academic career. We have an internal internship office that helps students to find each kind of internship that they are interested to do. But also in the bachelor courses, they can do an internship. So, of course, it depends on the course and it depends on the student. If the student is intentioned to do an internship, a stage outside LUMSA, he can do, of course.
Thank you so much. I think we have a very interesting one, a fun one, because someone asks any support systems or fun activities to help us feel at home in Rome. I think this is perfect. Yes, both for Anna Serafini, but of course anyone can answer this.
So there's a sports association within the university. There's opportunity to connect maybe with peers and suggest the opening of extracurricular activities. There are partnerships with local associations to follow, for example, matches, discounts, reductions due to partnerships to access, as I was saying, sports or cultural events. And plus you're staying in Rome, and so you have access to all that the city can offer. And I was also mentioning earlier the partnerships with associations that organize trips within the city or outside tours. So for fun activities, these are just a few examples. And then, if you want something more serious, the university can answer that side of request too.
Does either Anna or Ambra wants to add anything to this? If you have more interesting things to share to the students interested?
Well, like how we were introducing in the presentation, we have a LUMSA sport activities, a LUMSA sport group. So our students can join several sport games like volleyball, football, basket, or rugby. And then our language center, for example, organizes theater courses in English, for example, or music activities. So really through the university, you can have fun and benefit from the LUMSA life, not only from an academic point of view, but also from a social one. And then Rome is a city full of opportunities and places, restaurants, shops, theaters, cinemas, museums. So really in your spare time, you can do a lot of things.
Thank you so much to all of you for answering this one.
May I add, Martina, just one thing?
Please.
If you're a little bit of a nerd, there is also an organization within the university that analyzes, tries to deconstruct and understand current political events. And this is organized by students with the support of professors, of course, but it's extremely valuable too because it calls in ambassadors or professors from LUMSA University or other universities that LUMSA works with. So I think this is something useful for network too. And then the definition of fun really depends on what you think fun is, right? This could be fun for some people also, besides being educational, of course.
That's very interesting. But yes, of course, anyone can choose their own kind of fun. But I think Rome in general, but in specific LUMSA, as we've seen from the presentation, offers a lot of opportunities. Changing the subject, someone asks if you offer accommodation in your campus. I don't remember if we already spoke about it, but maybe it's good to answer this again.
Yes, we have two different residencies here in LUMSA in the Pratic district. Residencies are for women from one here. And we have two different buildings for them, and we offer 40 places in one of them and 25 places in the other. We are over Borgo Pio, over Vatican, over Castel Sant'Angelo, so the LUMSA students can benefit from the very wonderful view of our places. We are air conditioned, we have the free Wi-Fi service, and LUMSA students are, of course, in the core of LUMSA, so they are our mission. So I think that they are comfortable here in our residences. But LUMSA has also different cooperation with agencies in Rome, because students can find a private accommodation also in Rome and in the surroundings, all alone or sharing with other students all around the city. So this is an association that free of charge helps students to find some rooms.
That is great. Thank you so much for answering this one. Okay, so this is very specific about the psychology master, but can you maybe make an overview about the English courses only, like only English courses that you offer in LUMSA?
Okay, so we have a master degree in psychology, which has a curriculum which is entirely English taught. So the master's degree is social, forensic, and organizational psychology. The English curriculum is psychology of work and organizational well-being. So the subjects are all in English, but Italian is requested for the final internship purposes, because our patients speak Italian. So the students are required to have a B1 level of Italian for the final internship. So in any case, Italian is requested either at the moment of the application or it is requested to the students to attend classes and reach the B1 level within the time of the internship. Sorry, within the first year of the master. So this is the policy.
Great. I think that answered perfectly the question. I think we already spoke about this, but maybe you can add something else to this question. What initiatives does LUMSA undertake to assist graduates in transitioning from academic life to the job market?
So we have different meetings with agencies and enterprises who met students in our university. So we organize events where agencies meet students, and students can present, for example, their curriculum vitae, they can do their presentation, and they can freely apply for some jobs. And so we also organize internships with the students, so the students can benefit from this experience to know new agencies and to enter in the labor market. So we try to offer some occasions to students, but also through the social media and through in-presence events and through also the Erasmus internship, they can enter in the labor market.
Thank you so much. We have another very specific one about English. What if English is your first language and all your certificates are in English? Do you still need an English test, I think, to enroll?
So students who are exempt from the English verification are, native speaker from USA or United Kingdom or Ireland. Then for all the other students, we request either a certificate like IELTS, TOEFL, or a Cambridge with minimum B2 level. The certificate has to be recently obtained, like no more than 3 years prior to the application. Then, if the student does not have this kind of certificate, but only the proficiency from the previous university, he or she is required to pass an online English test, which is organized by our Language Academic Center upon the guidance of the Welcome Office. So, in any case, we need to verify simply the B2 level, but don't worry, because the test is I cannot say easy, but I mean, it's less than 1 hour. It's a written part, an oral part, so you have to prepare simply for the B2 level.
Perfect. I think that was a very clear answer. So there's this question: does the university charge an application fee? We, of course, spoke about this previously during the presentation, but I think it's a perfect time to add anything else to this.
Yes, this is a good question, because we didn't tell that the students has to pay an application fee, but during the selection. So the students do an application online completely free of charge by uploading all the documents of study. So the curriculum vitae, the copy of the diploma of the bachelor, or copy of the transcript of records. Then the documents will be valued from our commission. And then if the students is considered eligible, the students is required to pay an application fee that is of €100 if he intends to participate in the selection. So only if the students wants to continue with the selections, he has to pay this application fee and starting the selection. The selection generally includes 2 different steps: the interview with the president of the course, and then the verification of the language requirements. So for some courses is the verification of the English language if the students doesn't have a valid international certification, and also the verification of other languages if the course requires other knowledge of the languages. Then if the students passes all these 2 steps of the selection, he can enroll by presenting all the documents of study. Only when the students has presented all the documents required by the Welcome Office, so the students is required to pay the first fee of the enrollment. And at that moment, the student is enrolled.
I think that answered all the doubts about this kind of about this subject. So we have one last question. This was sent in Italian, but I'll try my best to answer, translate it in English for all the audience. I think the question is, are there any opportunities for doctorate borsa di studio? So yes, a scholarship for doctorates.
Shall I reply in
Eccola.
English or Italian?
Please, English
In
for
English,
everyone.
okay. So for this question, there is a specific office in charge of PhD. So I will write in the chat the mail contact that the student can email for any PhD question, okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much. And of course, the question in English arrived at the right time. So, first of all, of course, I want to thank you again for our fantastic guests, for the interesting conversation and presentation, and thank everyone for joining us today. Also for all of your questions. I'd like to remind everyone interested in receiving the certificate of attendance by Weuni that you can click on the link that I'm going to share it in the chat. Before we say goodbye, I'd like to ask all of our panelists if they would like to leave our participants with a message, maybe.
Since the applications are open, we wait for your emails and requests, because we will be glad to process your applications or simply reply to your information. The deadline for the applications of the master's degree is the end of July 2025, whereas for the bachelor's degree there is a little bit time extra, because you have to prepare specific documents. So feel free to contact us. We will be glad to speak with you and maybe also meet you in the future. Thank you for participating to the webinar.
I just want to add that I have just shared our email address. So if the students wants to send specific information or requirements or requests, they can write directly to our welcome office. We will be glad to respond you, or also to receive you if you are in Rome or if you want a meeting online. Our welcome office is joining by international.admissions@lumsa.it. So feel free to contact us when you want.
I'd also like to thank everybody for listening. I hope my experience helped you and conveyed the university's commitment to be there. Ambra and Anna just reiterated that they're there for you. So take advantage if you have any question or proposal. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you all for the kind messages. So as I said, unfortunately, we don't have enough time for answering more questions, but don't worry, because we will send an email to the participants with the recording of this webinar and also all the contact information, also the links that LUMSA shared in the chat today. So don't worry, feel free to keep in touch, of course. Thanks again to our speakers and everyone connected with us today. I hope to see you again in the next webinar organized by Weuni. So bye everyone, and have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Martina. Thank you to everyone.